Hi, this is Lady C. Welcome to Creative Studio. And in this upcoming episode, I'm going to be sharing my own personal experiences about Amazon Vine and the tax implications. And it's kind of interesting because a lot of people say, oh, you're getting these products for free. And so when you're doing your review, you need to make sure that you're reviewing these products for those of us that have to pay for the products and don't just give them all 4 and 5 stars. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how Vine reviewers have a tax liability. Now, when I first started off, I thought that the tax liability was a state tax. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So my state tax, I believe, is like 6% where I live at. And so I was like, okay, so every time I ordered something, I kept on adding 6%. I just took that value times 6%. And I was like, ooh, that's cheap. That's not that bad. And I just kept on ordering and everything. And then all of a sudden I was online and I was watching a video and I saw this young lady who had ordered a bed for $2,000 on the Amazon Vine program. And she was losing it because she was on government assistance. And so when she got the bed that was valued at $2,000, she was like, oh my God, this just took me over my limit. And now I might lose my benefits all because of this bed that she had purchased, you know? And so it was really, really sad to hear her say that because it's not no cash in hand. This is simply just an item, and it was valued at $2,000. So when she gets her 1099, the IRS is going to look at that and say, oh, this is $2,000 in cash because that's the way it's coming across when they give you a 1099. So just come along with me as we kind of talk about this and kind of walk through it. So like I said, I thought that I was paying a sales tax. And as you can see from my screen here, you're going to notice the difference between the sales tax and my income tax. So you see how much difference that would be, my state tax versus my income tax. So then when I discovered I would be receiving this 1099, I was like, oh my goodness, it's not sales tax, it is income tax, right? So now let's kind of talk about this further. So let me give you an example of what could happen to you. And I'm using a single person that lives in Lorain, Ohio. So let's just say this person has an annual income of $50,000 and they order $2,500 worth of Amazon Vine products. And I just got them living in Lorain, Ohio, and their filing method is a 1040-EZ. Okay, let's break it down. So the federal tax breakdown, we're going to give an example of 22% tax bracket for this individual. The new taxable income, because that person made $50,000, is going to be $52,500, which is adding in that product value of $2,500. So the federal tax on $2,500 worth of products would, at the 22% rate, or tax rate, would be $550, okay? So now let's go to this. So this is just for the federal tax. So now we're going to go to the next screen. And so now the state taxes in Ohio, it gets a little tricky because for taxable income between $26,050 and $100,000, the Ohio state income tax rate is 2.75%. So in this scenario, for a taxable income of $52,500, that tax rate is 2.75%. So at that point, they got to add another $68.75 to the federal income tax. And the breakdown is right here on the screen. So to net it all out, your total tax liability would be $618.75. So you see how this can get really complicated and you can really begin to rack up income. And when I tell you, it is not pretty. And so I had been reading about other people online and what they were doing. This one guy actually has a bank account that he has. And on his bank account, he has the amount of money that he kind of tallies up for his federal and state tax that he would owe on the product. And when he orders something, he would just go ahead and make the calculation and then deposit that money in that account. And in that way, when it's time to pay those taxes at the end of the year, then he would be able to have that money available. But you got to keep this in mind. If you are a business and you are actually ordering Vine products and then maybe you're reselling the products, then you might not have to do that because you got your tax write-offs and stuff like that. And maybe you're ordering some products that you can use for your business. Maybe you're actually using some of the like webcams or microphones for your business that you have. And then you may be reselling these products to help you with the cost as well. So you got to keep all of that in mind. And I always tell people to, pay attention and always read the fine print when you're getting involved with, something like the Amazon Vine program. And I'll tell you another thing. Think about this. When you go on a game show like The Price is Right or Family Feud, and those individuals are winning these prizes, they have to pay taxes on those prizes as well. And the Amazon Vine program is no different. So anyway, I hope these tips were helpful. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and comment below. And I'll see you on the next episode.
This presentation provides general estimates based on a specific example to explain potential tax obligations for Vine reviewers. Tax laws can change, and individual situations vary. For personalized advice, it's recommended to consult a certified tax professional.